Hello friend, welcome back to a new video on UKOL Coin. The Liberty 1-cent coin from 1982 holds a special place in the history of American numismatics due to several factors, including the change in its composition, circulation history, and the rarity of certain varieties. Below is a detailed examination of this coin's history, geographic context, and details about its circulation and uncirculated conditions. The Liberty 1-cent coin, commonly known as the penny, has been in circulation since its creation in 1793. Over the years, the design and composition of the penny have undergone several changes. The 1982 penny stands out because it marks a significant shift in the coin's metal composition, transitioning from copper to a zinc-based core. The reverse side of the penny in 1982 still featured the Lincoln Memorial, a design used from 1959 until 2008. The obverse side, depicting Abraham Lincoln, has remained largely unchanged since its debut in 1909, though minor modifications to the design have occurred over the years. Obverse. The obverse of the 1982 penny continues to depict Abraham Lincoln's portrait facing right. This design was originally created by Victor David Brenner and has remained the standard since 1909, except for a few adjustments, such as a removal of the designer's initials. Reverse. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Asparo in 1959. This design was used until 2008, when the reverse was changed to show the Union Shield. One of the most notable aspects of the 1982 penny is the change in its composition. Prior to 1982, pennies were made primarily of copper 95%, with a small percentage of zinc 5%. However, in 1982, the United States Mint began transitioning to a new composition due to the rising cost of copper. Before mid-1982, pennies were primarily made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. After mid-1982, pennies were composed of a 97.5% zinc core with a 2.5% copper coating. This new composition was cheaper to produce, as copper prices were rising, and allowed the U.S. Mint to continue producing pennies without incurring losses. The transition was not immediate, and as a result, 1982 pennies exist in two distinct compositions. Copper pennies, 95% copper, were minted earlier in the year, before mid-1982. Zinc pennies, 97.5% zinc with a copper coating, were minted later in the year, after mid-1982. This change has led to significant interest among collectors, as the two types of 1982 pennies have different weights, colors, and characteristics. The 1982 penny was produced in large quantities due to the high demand for pennies in everyday circulation. The coin was used in commerce as a form of small change, particularly for low-cost goods and services. It circulated alongside the larger denominations, such as a nickel, dime, and quarter, and played a key role in maintaining small transactions. The United States Mint produced pennies at multiple facilities in 1982. Philadelphia, P Mint. Denver, D Mint. San Francisco, S Mint, used only for proof sets. In 1982, approximately 7.5 billion pennies were minted, with both copper and zinc varieties contributing to the total production. Of these, a significant portion was produced at the Denver Mint D, with the Philadelphia Mint P also producing a large number of pennies. The 1982 Liberty 1-cent coin circulated nationwide, from the bustling streets of New York City to the remote areas of Alaska and Hawaii. Pennies were frequently used for transactions in vending machines, parking meters, and other small purchases. Given their low face value, pennies were prevalent in everyday commerce, but also became subject to debates regarding their utility, especially when their production costs surpassed the actual value of the coin itself. In recent years, there has been increasing discussion about whether the penny should be phased out due to its minimal purchasing power and the cost of production. However, the 1982 penny remains a staple of American coinage, both in terms of its historical significance and in terms of its presence in modern circulation. For collectors, the condition of the 1982 penny plays a significant role in determining its value. An uncirculated penny refers to a coin that has never been used in circulation and retains its original luster and sharpness. Copper pennies, before mid-1982, these tend to retain a reddish-brown hue, which gradually tarnishes over time. Uncirculated copper pennies are highly sought after by collectors, especially those from Philadelphia, P, and Denver D mints, as their copper content makes them more prone to oxidation. Zinc pennies. After mid-1982, these tend to have a more muted, duller appearance due to their higher zinc content, which can corrode faster than copper. Uncirculated zinc pennies are rarer and are highly prized in mint condition due to the coin's tendency to show wear more quickly. In terms of grading for uncirculated coins, collectors use the Sheldon scale, which ranges from 1 to 70, to assess the quality of a coin. Pennies that are rated MS 60, mint state 60, or above are considered uncirculated. Higher grade coins, MS 65, MS 70, command a premium price among collectors. Double die errors. Some 1982 pennies, particularly the zinc variety, have been found with double die errors, where the coin's design was struck more than once. These errors can lead to the coin being more valuable. Off-center strikes. These are coins that were struck incorrectly during the minting process, leading to an image that is misaligned. Off-center strikes of 1982 pennies can be valuable, particularly if they're significant. While the 1982 penny remains in circulation today, it does not hold much purchasing power. However, its historical and collectible value has made it important for both numismatists and casual collectors. Depending on the specific year, mint mark, composition, and condition, a 1982 penny can be worth a bit more than its face value. The market for 1982 pennies is quite active, particularly in uncirculated conditions or with error varieties. Depending on the coin's composition, mint mark, and condition, values can range from a few cents to several dollars, especially for mint state specimens or rare varieties. The 1982 Liberty 1-cent coin holds an important place in U.S. coinage history. It marks a pivotal moment when the U.S. Mint transitioned from a copper-based composition to a more cost-effective zinc-copper alloy.